birthday yesterday, the 22nd of July, and we were just on a trip for 4 days to Fife. And during that trip, my very, very, very lovely boyfriend of mine treated me to a lot. I'm looking down because my my books are here. A lot of books, and just so thankful. So there will be another reorganization of my bookcases because I need to find space for all these lovely, lovely books. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. So I'll start with the book I got on my actual birthday, and it's this one. So I'm an art student. I finished my UAL level 2 in June. Just waiting on my certificate, which will have my final grade on it, to see if I'll be going on to the next course, which would be the level 3. But this is Perspective Made Easy. Perspective is something that took me a little while to catch on to. I'm still not 100% figuring it out, but this will hopefully help. So that's that one. And then I got from charity shops these lovely books. So we've got The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce, and it's yellow, which I love because that's my favourite colour. Love it. This is a beautiful, eerie hotel in the Swiss Alps, recently converted from an abandoned sanatorium, is the last place Detective Ellen Warner wants to be. But her estranged brother has invited her there for his engagement party, and she feels she has no choice but to accept. Arriving in the midst of a threatening storm, Ellen immediately feels on edge, and things only get worse when they wake the next morning to find her brother's fiancée is missing. With access to the hotel cut off, the guests begin to panic. I saw this mentioned on YouTube. Sadly, it was a little while ago. I can't remember who it was, but if it was you, thank you very much. I'm very looking forward to reading this, and I was so excited by Sword and Charity Shop. So yeah, if you've read any of the books that I mentioned, let me know what you think, and we can discuss them when I've read them. I've got a lot of books to get through. Then I also got The Family Upstairs by Lisa Joel. Lisa Joel is one of my favourite authors. Starting to get more of them. I want to get all of them if I can. So this one is about, in a large house in London's fashionable Chelsea, a baby is awake in her cot. Well fed and cared for, she was happily waiting for someone to pick her up. In the kitchen lie 3 decomposing corpses. Close to them is a hastily scrawled note. They've been dead for several days. Who has been looking after the baby, and where did they go? So this one I've seen a lot on Instagram or Bookstagram, if you will, recently. So very pleased I found this one in a charity shop as well. I got this one from Oxfam. This one, I'm not sure. I think it was Bernardo's. So in Fife they had a Bernardo's bookshop. Where I live we've got Bernardo's, but it's a mixture of everything like clothes, shoes, toys, books. So I was very pleasantly surprised that there was one that was specifically books. And I also got this one, Cersei, by Madeline Miller. I hope I've pronounced those correctly. And this one In the house of Helios, god of the sun and mightiest of the Titans, a daughter is born. Circe is strange, not powerful and terrible like her father, nor gorgeous and mercenary like her mother. But she has a dark power of her own, witchcraft. When Circe's gift threatens the gods, she is banished to the island of Aya. I'm terrible at pronunciation. Where she hones her occult craft, casting spells, gathering strange herbs, and taming wild beasts. Yet a woman who stands alone cannot live in peace for long, and among her island's guests is an unexpected visitor, the mortal Odysseus, for whom Circe will risk everything. Circe's tale is a vivid epic of a family rivalry, love, and loss, the inextinguishable song of a woman burning hot and bright in the darkness of a man's world. So I know that Song of Achilles is before this, but I have got it and I'll show you it soon, so we'll be reading that before I read this. But also very pleased found this in the charity shop. Did very well in charity shops actually. Then we have The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. This one says, a girl looking for love. When Jane, a broke dog walker newly arrived in town, meets Eddie Rochester, she can't believe her luck. Eddie is handsome, rich, and lives alone in a beautiful mansion since the tragic death of his beloved wife a year ago. Eddie can give Jane everything she's always wanted: stability, acceptance, and a picture-perfect life. But what Jane doesn't know is that Eddie is keeping a secret, a big secret. And when the truth comes out, the consequences could be deadly. It's a shorter book. Got 290 pages. Nice. Little short one. This one was also from Oxfam. I'm trying to show you the sticker, but probably not showing very well. And then we have The Couple Next Door by Shari Lapina. I'm very sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. You're one of my favourite authors as well as Lisa Joel. So this one is, you never know what's happening on the other side of the wall. Your neighbour told you that she didn't want your 6-month-old daughter at the dinner party. Nothing personal, she just couldn't stand her crying. Your husband said it would be fine. After all, you only live next door. You'll have the baby monitor and you'll take it in turns to go back every half an hour. Your daughter was sleeping when you checked on her last, but now as you race up the stairs in your deathly quiet house, your worst fears are realised. She's gone. You've never had to call the police before, but now they're in your home and you know, and who knows what they'll find there. What would you be capable of when pushed past your limit? This one was also Oxfam. Then we have this one. This is by the author of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I've read the first one of that series. I have got the other ones, I just haven't got around to them yet. I should do because I love the first one. This was from Bernardo's as well. And I got the hardback. Woo! Let me get this sleeve off. How cool. So, and it's got on the inside. Let's put the sleeve back on. I do buy hardbacks, but I mainly have paperbacks, but when I see a hardback it looks like that. Can't not get it. So, this one. Red Kenny is on a road trip for spring break with 5 friends. Red's best friend, her older brother, his perfect girlfriend, and a secret crush on a classmate. When their RV breaks down in the middle of nowhere, they soon realise that this is no accident. They have been trapped by someone out there in the dark, someone who clearly wants one of them dead. With 8 hours until dawn, the 6 friends must escape, or work out which of them is the target. Buried secrets will be forced to light, and tensions inside the RV will reach deadly levels. Not all of them will survive at night. So I think I did quite well with the old charity shops. Woohoo! Get a closer look. Yeah, so if any of you have read any of these, please let me know. Let me know what you thought, which one you think I should read first. Now we're on to this magnificent beast. I did have a smaller Waterstones bag from when I bought books before, and my partner ended up having to buy the big guy. We went big. So we'll start off with The Martian. I love the movie. I actually watched it before we went on our holiday, and then when I saw this in Waterstones, I was like, I can't not pick it up, you know. Love it. So hopefully the book is just as good, if not better. So it says, I'm stranded on Mars. I have no way to communicate with Earth. If the oxygenator breaks down, I'll suffocate. If the water reclaimer breaks down, I'll die of thirst. If the habitat breaches, I'll just kind of explode. If none of those things happen, I'll eventually run out of food and starve to death. I'm screwed. Very, very excited. So happy I got this. I've wanted it for ages. And I found it. Oh, need to move. And then we got this one. I had actually got All the Bright Places, you can see from the library recently, and I really enjoyed that. I had seen it on, is it Netflix? I think it's Netflix. And hadn't read the book, so then I got it from the library, and really enjoyed both actually. I enjoyed the film and the book. So then when I saw this by the same author, I would give it a go. Claudine Henry was supposed to be spending the summer before college hanging out with her best friend, going on the road trip of a lifetime and maybe hooking up with smouldering-eyed Wyatt Jones. Instead, after her father drops the bombshell that he's leaving them, she's exiled to a remote Georgia island with her heartbroken mother. No phone service and no chance of romance. Until she meets Jeremiah. Free-spirited, mysterious and beautiful, their chemistry is immediate and irresistible. They both know that whatever they have can only last a summer, but maybe one summer is enough. I then have the Song of Achilles, so I have so excited. When we were at the checkout in Waterstones, the lady that was serving us said this was really good, and I've actually only heard good things about this, so very, very happy to have found it. Greece in the Age of Heroes, awkward young prince Patroclus has been exiled to the court of King Peleus. Despite the differences, Peleus' golden boy Achilles befriends the shamed prince. As they grow into young men, their bond blossoms into something deeper. Despite the displeasure of Achilles' mother, the sea goddess Thetis. I'm sorry for butchering these names. I'm sure I'll probably Google it to see how you pronounce them, unless there's a bit in here that says. No, yeah, I'm terrible at names, so I will have to find out how you pronounce them. But when word comes that Helen of Sparta has been kidnapped, Achilles must go to war in distant Troy and fulfill his destiny. Torn between love and fear for his friend, Patroclus goes with him. I like this cover. I like the white band. Very pretty. Okay, what have we got next in our bag of goodies? Fife. What if death was the only thing left to control? In a perfect world, the only way to die is to be gleaned by a professional scythe. When Citra and Rowan are chosen to be apprentice scythes, they know they have no option but to learn the art of killing. However, the terrifying responsibility of choosing their victims is just the start. Corruption is the order of the day, and Citra and Rowan need to stick together to fight it. Then they are told that one of them will have to glean the other. Oh, sorry, this is by Neil Schusterman. Very excited to read this. I heard it's possibly like Hunger Games. Obviously with some differences. And I love Hunger Games. Very excited for this one. We then have Red Rising. I've been recently started following Ashlyn and Ian's YouTube channels. Ian has just started his own channel after his wife had been doing hers for a few years. But they had both read this one. I think Ian had maybe read it first and then Ashlyn read it, if I remember correctly. But from their reviews, I was like, I need to try this. So obviously, as soon as I saw it, actually it wasn't as soon as I saw it, I was like looking for it. So then as soon as I saw it, I just grabbed it and put it in my basket. I didn't even read the back. I was just like, it's gonna be amazing. In the basket it goes. The Earth is dying. Darrow is a red miner in the interior of Mars. His mission is to extract enough precious elements to one day tame the surface of the planet and allow humans to live on it. The Reds are humanity's last hope. Or so it appears. Until the day Darrow discovers it's all a lie, that Mars has been habitable and inhabited for generations by a class of people calling themselves the Golds. A class of people who look down at Darrow and his fellows as slave labour, to be exploited and worked to death without a second thought. Until the day Darrow, with the help of a mysterious group of rebels, disguises himself as a Gold and infiltrates the command school, intent on taking down his oppressors from the inside. But the command school is a battlefield, and Darrow isn't the only student with an agenda. So excited! I literally want to start reading this straight away, but I have. I've got some library books to read, and then it's going to be a challenge for what book to read first. So you, please help me in the comments. Let me know which books you've loved, and help me decide which to read first. Because hopefully I've got so many amazing options. Got a bit carried away. Yeah. Thanks to my amazing partner. I got spoiled. Right, so what else have we got? Oh, yes. Ta-da. I love it when an author releases a book around your birthday. Like, I think this was the day before my birthday. Yeah. And as soon as we went into Waterstones, there was new crime as you went in the door, and it was on the left hand side, and this was right there, and I just went over to it, picked up, and I was like, yep, Lisa Joel, of course, have to have it. Went around Waterstones, picked up the rest of my books, got to the checkout, and she started scanning our books, and then I looked down, and there was, let me just find it, signed copies at the counter. So I asked her before she scanned the one I had in my basket if I could just swap it for this one, and she completely understood. So anyway, 2 women, 2 stories, which one do you trust? Celebrating her 45th birthday at a local pub, podcaster Alex Summers crosses paths with an unassuming woman called Josie Fair. Josie is also celebrating her 45th birthday. They are, in fact, birthday twins. A few days later, Alex and Josie bump into each other again, this time outside Alex's children's school. Josie has been listening to Alex's podcast and thinks she might be an interesting subject for a new series. She tells Alex, on the cusp of great changes in her life. Alex agrees to a trial interview. Josie's life appears to be strange and complicated, and although Alex finds her unsettling, she can't quite resist the temptation to keep digging. Slowly, Alex starts to realize that Josie has been hiding some very dark secrets, and before she knows it, Josie has inveigled her way into Alex's life and into her home. Soon, she begins to wonder, who is Josie Fair and what has she done? I'm so excited to read it. I love the cover. Okay, so next, I've got 2 books left. Told you I got a lot of books. I got a couple of graphic novels because I've been reading more graphic novels recently. Been borrowing some from the library, and then I thought, let's get some for myself. So the first one I've seen on Instagram and I've wanted for a while, so like some of these other books, when I saw it, had to get it. This one is Bloom. I love the colour of it, and the colour continues throughout the book. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. So, this one, Baked with Love. Now that high school is over, Ari is dying to move to the big city with his ultra-hip band, if he can just persuade his dad to let him quit his job at the struggling family bakery. Though he loved working there as a kid, Ari cannot fathom a life wasting away over rising dough and hot ovens. But while interviewing candidates for his replacement, Ari meets Hector, an easygoing guy who loves baking as much as Ari wants to escape it. As they become closer over batches of bread, love is ready to bloom. That is, if Ari doesn't ruin everything. So excited. And then, of course, couldn't leave without Laura Olympus. And yes, I did make sure I got the first one of the series. And also, this cover is also so beautiful. I love the colours. So good. Witness what the gods do after dark in the stylish and contemporary reimagining of one of mythology's best-known stories from creator Rachel Smythe. Persephone, young goddess of spring, is new to Olympus. Her mother, Demeter, has raised her in the mortal realm, but after Persephone promises to train as a sacred virgin, she is allowed to live in the fast-moving, glamorous world of the gods. When her roommate, Artemis, takes her to a party, her entire life changes. She ends up meeting Hades and feels an immediate spark with the charming yet misunderstood ruler of the underworld. Now Persephone must navigate the confusing politics and relationships that rule Olympus, whilst also figuring out her own place and her own power. So happy to have this. Again, I've seen this everywhere. So excited. Like, these illustrations are beautiful, and again, the colours in the book go with the colours on the cover. Like, if there's any other graphic novels that you have read and you think I should have a look at, please do write them in the comments and let me know. And once again, if you have read any of these books, any of them at all, please let me know which ones you think I should start with. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time, which will probably be trying to find room for these books in my bookcase. Thank you. Have a good day. Be kind.